learned three things. I need to tell you three things about myself. My name is Ann Adcock. I'm running for the U.S. House of Representatives from the 5th Congressional District, and I'm asking for your vote. Now, I'm very new at this. I am not a politician. I am just a common citizen like all of you. And I'm here tonight because I have had enough of Congress and the government leading us down a path that I'm not approving. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself so that you'll know me, and then we'll go on to what the issues are. I live in Indianapolis. I have one son and a beautiful daughter-in-law and two wonderful grandchildren. I work for Roche Diagnostics Corporation in Fishers, Indiana. I'm a member of St. Lawrence Catholic Church in Lawrence, Indiana. I drive a Chrysler Town and Country van, which is absolutely fabulous to haul my two grandchildren around, and it's big enough so my granddaughter's walker can fit in it. I am a member of AARP, and if I so choose, I can get the senior citizen discount at McDonald's. I serve my country as a captain in the United States Navy. I serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. I want to now serve my country as a representative for the 5th Indiana District. I live my life by the Navy Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment, and my life priorities of faith, family, and country. My name is Ann Adcock. I'm running for the 5th Congressional District for Indiana. I ask for your vote on May 4th.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jackie Walorski, running in the 2nd District, planning on sending Joe Donnelly back home to Granger, Indiana. Are you ready to send Nancy Pelosi back to San Francisco? I can guarantee you this much. I have spent 6 years in the Indiana House, and I have been the voice, the visible frontline fighter that has put Pat Bauer in a box. I have faced him down, I have debated him down, and I look forward to taking on Nancy Pelosi and sending her back to San Francisco for you. I'll tell you this, I have it up to here. I'm running for Congress because I know what it's like in the state of Indiana to fight for people. I've been in the trenches for 6 years, balancing budgets, shrinking the size of government, not raising taxes, spending freezing, cutting government. What has to happen at Washington is that we freeze this ridiculous out-of-control spending. We absolutely start shrinking down the size of this government. We literally take this Congress and send them back to where they came from and elect people that know what it's like to pay bills, to pay mortgages, to buy a gallon of milk, and what it means to stand up for you and give you this seat back in the 2nd District. I am telling you, we are in an ideological war and the other side is winning. If we don't rise up, Kokomo, Howard County, and decide that we're taking this seat back, we're not going to get this economy back in 2012. Stand with me. I will fight for you. I'm a proven fighter. I've taken on Pat Bauer. I will send Nancy Pelosi home on your behalf.
Woo! I got to follow that all night. You know, I look out at this crowd and I can't help but think, what a great country. I know we are facing many challenges. Unemployment's high, a group of liberals in Washington trying to change the face of our country. But I have optimism for the future of our country because I know that all across our country, groups like this are coming together to make sure their voice is heard. Y'all ought to be proud of yourselves for stepping forward and being here tonight. My name's Luke Messer. I live in Shelbyville, Indiana. My wife and I are raising 3 children there. I was raised by a single-parent mom in Greensburg, Indiana. She taught me that in America, if you work hard and stay focused, incredible things can happen to you. She also taught me that no matter what your dreams are, they're not worth receiving them if you lose who you are in the process of getting there. I am a lawyer by trade. Please don't hold that against me. I'm a former state legislator. I was executive director of the Republican Party for 5 years. Every answer doesn't have to take a minute and a half. I'll tell you this, when you sign up as a congressman, you swear to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And if we had folks in Washington that just kept that simple job description in mind, our country would be right where it needed to be. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Thanks for being here. Again, I'm Luke Messer. Thank you.
Well, good evening. My name is John McGough. Are you as mad as I am about what's going on in Washington, D.C. right now? Well, I wish you guys were around 2 years ago when I ran against Dan Burton. We got 45% of the vote, but we came up a little short here in Howard County. Here's how we got into this mess. Because Republicans lost their way. We said we were the party of less government, and we took $1 billion surplus and we turned it into a multi-trillion-dollar deficit. We said we were the party that didn't want earmarks, and we had a record number of earmarks during those same time periods. And we said we were the party of individual responsibility, and we have 3 congressmen right now doing jail time for some of those earmarks. And they're all Republicans. That's why we need new leadership out in Washington, D.C. My name is John McGough. I'd love to have your support on May 4th. Thank you.
Good evening. They say half of life is showing up, and I'm proud to say that of all my friends up here on the stage, I was the only one with you here driving through the snow to get to the rally a few months back. It was 1,100 of my friends and myself that night. You're going to ask me a lot of good questions tonight. I hope I have a few questions for you to start off. When did it become unpatriotic to believe in the 10th Amendment? When did it become okay for the federal government to tell us how to raise our families? And when did it become the right thing for government to tell us what we can do with our guns? I'm Mike Murphy. I'm known as a problem solver and a listener. When the newspapers, not all newspapers, but some newspapers in this state started publishing information about our gun permit information, which is back then public record, I stood up and said enough. And I authored a bill that the governor signed into law with the help of Representative Jackie Walorski right here, that now says all gun permit information is your information to keep private. My reputation as a listener earned me something I was very proud of last Saturday, and that is the endorsement of the Indiana Farm Bureau. 80,000 farmers across this state are now pledged to help me kick Dan Burton out the door. He got elected in 1968. Let's send him home after 42 years in public office. Look forward to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Mark Nolan. I kind of stick to the script because I don't speak in front of the public very often. Anyway, I want to just let everybody know that I'm so pleased to be surrounded by so many fellow Americans who care deeply about our country. I too am a fiscal conservative and dedicated to the preservation of the Constitution. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I successfully worked in the information technology industry for the last 28 years in various capacities, working for IBM as a mainframe systems engineer, large systems instructor, world trade representative, and account marketing representative. I also worked for EMC in various capacities, which is the largest disk drive software storage management company in the world, and I'm currently a small business owner. I have a degree in physics from St. Mary's University of Minnesota and an MBA from Paul University in Chicago. It took me 6.5 years of attending high school to achieve that goal, so I know what hard work is all about. I'm a former naval reservist who enlisted in the Navy a month after my 38th birthday. I received an age waiver from the Pentagon to join the U.S. intelligence community. After 9/11, I was recalled active duty and I'm a veteran of Noble Eagle, Iraqi Enduring Freedom Operations, due to my overseas service working for the Defense Intelligence Agency. I've held multiple top secret clearances for 6 years. I'm currently the junior vice commander of the Rolling Prairie VFW in Rolling Prairie, Indiana. I have a 20-point plus economic plan that I look forward to discussing tonight, and I couldn't agree with everybody anymore in terms of why we're here. Thank you very much. I'm Mark Nolan.